Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. This one's located on the westbourne of Airfield, and it's under the command of Angelina75, and yes, it's another in the contest to win the Weekend Lion, and it's Angelina's response to Talon 1958's last game. Game on! Well, she's got the 8-inch howitzer, which means she's capable of doing 900 alpha, 52mm of pen, and 10.5 meters burst radius. Now, the standard reload is 14.27 seconds, but we know that Angelina's got less than that, but sadly, because I'm using a Virgin client, it's not showing the reload time. So, yes, unfortunate that, but that was my error, because I didn't copy across the modded version of the client. Bit of a boo-boo. There you go. Okay, so she's aiming towards the bushes on this side of the map. I always say those bushes right up on top of the hill are always a good place, because there's nearly always somebody in a tank destroyer that goes there. But she's aiming for the heavy tanks on this side of the map, and round south. Well, she got some splash on the T57 heavy, but no direct hits from that shot, but she's moving to avoid counter battery. Okay, that's good. Notice the Kunstpanzer off to the north. Angelina's seen it as well. Dialing in on that position. Almost loaded. Now the M53, M55 designed. Well, they actually started work on it just after the just early in the 50s, and the prototype came out in 1952. Based on the M47 pattern, it's got the engine up front. And it's a Continental 12-cylinder 4-cycle V engine, or V series. Is that 12? V12 actually. Capable of 810 horsepower at 2,800 revs. So it's quite a solid engine built for a heavy tank. They were used from 1952 to 1960. Had a crew of 6. Oh, that was a direct hit. She hit the Kunstpanzer. Oh, he's not going to be a happy bunny. Yes, they had a crew of 6, and they were used by the United States, Belgium, Turkey, Spain, West Germany, and the Republic of China, which, of course, as we know, is Taiwan. Now, this Arty is basically mounted in a turret on the back of the vehicle. And it's actually got a very wide firing arc of 60 degrees, 30 degrees either side of the center line. Now she is aiming at the back here because she's expecting the enemy Arty might be there. So GW Tiger, I just heard the whoosh from a shell, which means he was actually in a different position, I think slightly further to the south. Little audio cues like that will actually tell you where he is. Rounds out in the tortoise. Takes a little while for the shell to get there, and unfortunately he moved out of the way before the shell arrived. But we have a general idea where the GW Tiger might be. He looks, or appears to be, directly at the back of the cap area. Okay, we're 4 up on the enemy, so it is going their way. But Angelina's only got 6 hit points of splash so far, and of course that line shot on the Kunstpanzer. But she's about to let loose on this Ho-Ri 1 if he backs up a bit more. No, she's going to go for the 263 instead. Rounds out. Looks good. Yep, she gets a direct hit right on his rear. 486. The Object 263 is actually related to the Object 261, the Tier 10 Soviet Arty. And that's down to the fact that they're based on the same tank, the IS-7. Now that K91 PT thinks that he's got the advantage here, but he's just come up against an E4 and he's being crushed to death. Meanwhile, we've got a Conqueror, Tier 9 British heavy tank. And, oh, there's the 263 again. Well, we'll hit him again if we can, but there's the Ho-Ri. She's going for as many new tanks as she can, of course, to maximise her chance of getting a Confederate. Rounds out. Oh! Well, the shot would have been okay if the Ho-Ri had actually kept reversing. But sadly, he was wiped out by the tortoise on our team before the shell arrived. Now we're 7 tanks up on the enemy at the moment. Angelina definitely has an advantage because, of course, the enemy is retreating. But that means Angelina needs to get closer to the enemy. Because even though she can shoot over the entire range of the map, The main problem is the fact that it takes a long time for the shell to get to the target, as much as 4 seconds, and an enemy tank could do a lot in 4 seconds. Rounds out in the Foch. Oh, direct hit! She got him! She actually did hit him, and now the GW has been discovered, but he actually went to the north, not to the south like I thought. So we did hear the whoosh from the right direction, except he was probably behind those bushes, and Angelina was looking a little further to the south. But she's definitely wants that kill, so she's lined up on him, fully dialed in, and waiting for him to move back. Before he does, he's wiped out. So we've got the E4 and we've got the Tortoise. She's dialing in on the Tortoise. Rounds out. Direct hit and a good one. 223. She gets the stun assist. 357. We're now 9 tanks up on the enemy. There's only 3 of them left. There's the Foch. He just expended the last of his, the last of that clip. And now he's going face to face with the Object 704. And he says, no thanks. And gets wiped out in the end by our Tortoise. Okay, that E4's next, but he's fairly healthy. Angelina might be able to help our teammates now with a shot. And she does. And it's a nice hit because it stuns him, tracks him, and he's torn to shreds. And she picks up 870 stun assists for that. And that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a second-class tanker to Angelina75 in the M53 M55. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She got 6, and she got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. In fact, she didn't get a single kill in the game, but that actually helped her to get that Confederate because, as you can see, there was at least 6 tanks listed there. In fact, actually, she stunned some more. She did stun the Hori. So technically, she did touch him as well. In fact, she touched the Viz-55 as well without getting actually any damage on them. But yes, that all helped her to get the Confederate medal. Her win rate from the game, 1,671, which is very good. But is it enough to beat Talon? Well, we'll just have to see now. Let's have a look at Talon's last results. Second class, the same. Bruiser, the same. Confederate, the same. But the win rate is better. So I'm afraid, yes, Angelina has missed out on beating Talon. This is the best she's come up with so far, 1671 as opposed to Talon's 1833. So he's still in the lead in this game. So let's have a look at the rest of Angelina's results. Well, she didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the Concept 1B, who actually managed 2,903 hit points of damage. The second highest damage actually went to the Kampfpanzer 7 PE, the new tank, but only by 3. Is it 3? Yes, it's just 3 hit points. Yes, because he got 2,889. The Tortoise on the enemy team got 2,886. Very close. And yes, he was the 3rd place on damage. Angelina got 1,932 hit points of damage. But she was only one of 2 players who actually managed to get medals in the game. The Progetto 65 got a Confederate, and so did Angelina. When it came to kills, it was the Tortoise who did the best with 3 kills. 2 kills went to the Kampfpanzer 7, the K91, the TL7, and the Object 704 on Angelina's team. And only 1 player on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill, and that was the Foch. He got 2, but there was only 2 other players who actually managed to get a kill at all. So only 3 players were actually playing properly. The others were earning damage, but they just weren't getting kills at all. But yes, that shows a bit of a mismatch when it comes to matchmaking. When it comes to base XP, Angelina's a little better up the table there because the top scorer was the Concept 1B. He got 1,034. 942 went to the Tortoise, and 884 went to the TL7, with Angelina getting 847. She fired 9 rounds in the game. Not quite as many as we normally get to get a higher mark. If she'd actually had the chance to fire maybe 11 or 12 rounds, I think she might have got a 1st class instead of just a 2nd. But she did get 5 hits on the enemy, and some of them were very useful as well. That shot on the E4 really did pay off because she actually tracked him, stunned him, and then her teammates set about killing him very, very quickly and efficiently. She picked up a massive amount of stun assists off that shot alone. 9 splashes, damage of 1,932, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 6 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but she did get 1,227 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. On a premium count, Angelina earned 21,143 credits from the game, and she got 2,541 XP. But yeah, she's going to have to keep up the pressure because she wants to get that weekend lion, and she's only got, well, one more day and a bit to get it in. So I expect that she'll probably be sending in another replay sometime soon, either with an ace tanker or a first class at the very least. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave it in the comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.